All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about a super simple communication hack that can totally change how people respond to you and your ideas. And believe it or not, it all comes down to just one word, a word that can turn a critic into a collaborator.
So does this sound familiar? You've spent forever on a project, you're finally ready to show it to someone, and you ask them for feedback, only to get hit with this wall of criticism. It's so frustrating, right? It makes you not even want to ask for help next time. Well, here's the thing. That resistance you're feeling, it probably has nothing to do with how good your idea actually is. The real issue is way more subtle. It's actually baked right into the way you're asking the question. So what's the secret? What's the fix? Well, it all comes down to one little switch in your vocabulary. Just one single word that completely changes the entire vibe of the conversation. Okay, check this out. This is the whole game right here. When you ask for an opinion, you automatically put them in the role of a critic, a judge. They kind of take a step back to evaluate you. But when you ask for advice, you invite them in. You make them a partner. They take a step forward to help you. Suddenly, you're on the same team, working on it together. And this isn't just some nice idea. There's actual psychology behind why this is so powerful. It's a concept from persuasion science called the unity principle. So the unity principle is pretty simple when you break it down. It basically says we are way more likely to help people we see as being on our team, part of our us. The second we feel that shared identity, our guard just naturally comes down. And this is the key. Asking for an opinion literally creates distance. It forces the other person to take a mental step back from you, to look at your work from the outside, like a judge. That's exactly where that critical mindset comes from. But look at the flip side. Asking for advice does the complete opposite. It triggers what researchers call a togetherness effect. It brings them in, makes them take that step forward to join you and figure out how to make things better.
So let's just walk through how this magic happens. It's a really simple process. Step 1, you ask for advice. Right away, that frames them as a collaborator. And that simple shift, step 3, kicks in the unity principle. Now they feel like they're on your team and they're invested in you succeeding.
Okay, so we've covered the theory. We know what it is and why it works. Now for the really important part, how you can actually use this to your advantage, like today. First things first, we have got to stop asking this question. What do you think of this? It's just a sneaky way of asking for an opinion, and we know exactly where that leads, to that critical, detached response that we're trying to avoid. And here it is. This is your new go-to phrase. What is your advice on this? It seems like such a tiny little change, but the psychological impact is massive. You're not asking them to judge you anymore, you're asking them to join you. And the benefits of making this one simple switch are pretty incredible. You immediately build a sense of partnership. You get way more constructive, helpful ideas. You totally sidestep all that defensiveness, and, of course, you trigger that amazing togetherness effect. It's a total win-win. So, the takeaway here is crystal clear. Now the question is, where are you going to put it to work? Maybe it's with your boss on a new initiative, or with a client on a big proposal, or, hey, even with your partner on a decision at home. Just think about it for a second. Where will you use this advantage first?